2 years of fighting, more than 100,000 people killed, millions displaced. There seems to be no end in sight to the war in Syria, but it's not only human life which is at risk. The country's rich cultural heritage is also in danger of being wiped out. This is Crac Chevalier Castle, built between 1142 and 1271 and named one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites. Earlier this year, one of its towers was damaged in an air raid. Other historic buildings, ruins and tombs in Damascus and Aleppo are a fragile backdrop to the conflict. And there are thousands of much smaller but just as significant cultural artefacts that are also at risk. Now some of the world's leading museums and historical groups are working together to protect them.
Syria is the cradle of so many of humankind's achievements, and the widespread damage that has been reported demonstrates nothing less than the destruction of Syrian identity.
At New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art, an emergency red list of Syrian cultural objects at risk was launched. It shows items which could be or have already been looted and trafficked on the black market. They include sculptures, ceramics, coins and manuscripts, which have significant monetary value.
We are engaging internationally with national police, customs officials, ministries of culture and other relevant entities in countries where Syrian cultural objects might transit and where these objects might find a market.
The museum is already home to historical artefacts collected from the Middle East, which capture the region's heritage and evolution. And Syria also has a rich religious history. Christianity, Islam and Judaism have overlapped there for centuries.
The stories are central to these three religions, and they are in part Syrian stories.
In these exhibitions, cultural items are carefully preserved and displayed for the public. The emergency red list is a desperate attempt to ensure similar objects remain a part of Syria's history long after the fighting is over. The Metropolitan Museum of Art calls itself the great guardian of ancient civilization. But if the destruction of Syria's artefacts and its historical sites continues, there won't be much left to guard. Kath Turner, Al Jazeera, New York.